Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 GMO special weapons run, where we're gonna try to take another crack at doing an antique musket run. So the challenge here is that no characters start with antique musket. So previously I attempted to do a run with this weapon, which is a cool looking weapon, but we didn't actually find any during the course of that run, so I want to take another try so we can give it a proper attempt. Last time I used King and King, but I'm going to change my strategy slightly here, and we're going to use King and Ranger. That way the increased luck from King will make it more likely we roll a level 2 item, and Ranger will remove all melee weapons from the pool, so we're just more likely to roll into those weapons. We're going to take the King and the Ranger here. I could start with pistols, because the Ranger starts with a pistol, and pistol's very cheap. So it's the easiest way to get a lot of gun-tagged weapons. The problem is that pistol is also a terrible weapon, but I think let's give it a try and see if we can make that work. We start with the attack speed penalty, because the level 1 pistol that the Ranger starts with hurts us because of the penalties that King incurs. Trying to line up these enemies so we can actually kill multiple of them in a single shot. Relatively weak income here, but we did get a crate. Scared sausage, not particularly useful though, so let's recycle it. Here I'm just going to take harvesting, I think. This character can definitely use harvesting. Baby Gecko, not a terrible item for this character, but let's start by just buying a pistol. And then roll and buy another pistol, and then roll. Propeller hat is good, but I don't think it's worth giving up HP for. This character's going to really struggle for HP, so I'm really just worried about maximizing my weapon set here. And then Insanity similarly would be a decent item, but we're most interested in just increasing our weapon set, and then we're going to combine these to remove the King's attack speed and damage penalty. You can see how bad a weapon pistol is, that on wave 2, with 3 level 2 weapons, we're still struggling to clear the wave. And that's just going to get worse. Obviously, there's no other level 2 weapon in the game where you would have slow wave clear on wave 2 with 3 of them. Fuel tank is useless, so let's recycle that. And then here I'm just going to take 5% attack speed. Attack speed's going to be very important for us for the antique musket, and also is very helpful for the pistols, so we're just going to do that. We'll buy this. Lens is probably worth buying, just because the Ranger ranged damage increase is very powerful, so we want to buy that, I think. And then tree is probably worth buying as well. Buy another pistol and roll here. Roll again to see if we can lock one. We can't. So we're going to go in with the 10% attack speed penalty, or 15% attack speed penalty, and 15% damage penalty, but that should be okay for wave 3. The reason I think pistol is the choice here is that it's very cheap, so it'll let us reroll a lot more looking for antique muskets so that we can actually roll into them. Since no character starts with the musket, we have to roll into it or use a mod to start with it, but I want to try playing with it the way the mod author intended. Peaceful Bee, minus 1.5 ranged damage is just too high a penalty, so we have to recycle it, unfortunately, but I will take 5 harvesting here, and we'll take 1 ranged damage as well. So now, let's reduce our max HP, going down to 6 HP to buy tree and lens, but then any future trees and lens we buy won't. So this one, for example. Buy a level 2 pistol here, and then lock this lens and roll. And with this level 2 pistol, I'm going to lock it, and that will also allow us to sell this pistol, and we can pick up Gentle Alien as well. I'm actually not sure if the level 1 pistol is worth keeping for this wave. Like, would we rather just have 5 weapons and no attack speed penalty than 6 weapons? You could do the math, but I didn't. Killing a bunch of trees with plus 50 luck and getting no crates out of them. Alright, there we go. Just have to complain enough. Landmines, we're obviously recycling. It's just not worth the HP cost. And then here, range damage would be very good, but let's grab 8 harvesting. That can get us to 21, which is very nice to pick up at this stage. And then here, I'm just going to recycle this and buy the level 2 pistol. Buy a Gentle Alien. This is HP neutral for us, but gives us more damage and more enemies. And then Razor Blade, very good for us as well. I think let's buy that over the lens here and roll once. Still looking for muskets, of course. The challenge of the other challenge is that gun is the largest weapon tag in the game, and musket was added even on top of all of the existing guns. So even though we're more likely to roll guns because we have a gun tagged inventory, we're still not that likely to roll muskets, because we're most likely to roll pistols. You're most likely to roll the exact weapon that you have. And then if we roll a gun, there's only a 1 in 9 chance of it being a musket up until we actually find our first one. Once we've gotten our first one, things will get a lot better, though, because then we will have the likelihood of rolling an existing weapon, increasing our chances. Okay, we'll keep taking lenses. I'm glad I bought this lens, because the King only gives you an HP penalty for the first copy of a level 1 item. So we can pick that up, and now we just get to increase our range damage a lot. We'll take +2 here. And then here I'm going to reroll. I think we can do better than that. Yeah, 10% attack speed is perfect. Level 2 pistol, I will take the piercing damage from the pumpkin. I think will be good as well. While we will end up with antique muskets that don't have native piercing, of course we'll buy piercing if we see it. So we'll still buy the pumpkin. And then let me roll again. Level 1 pistol, I just don't think it's worth buying the level 1 pistol. Little muscly dude is probably worth picking up just for the 5 max HP. We lose, I guess it's 3.75 max HP that we get from it, but with 8 HP, we really need to invest in this as soon as we can. Then I will do one more reroll to see if we can lock a weapon, because in wave 5, we're guaranteed a weapon. That weapon has a chance of being a musket. In the wave 5 shop, you're guaranteed at least one weapon in the shop reroll, so often worth rolling there if you're looking for specific weapons. I'm basically only going to buy pistols if they're level 2 or higher. I just don't think it's worth having the attack speed penalty for 1 level of upgrade on our pistols. Pistol doesn't even upgrade very well, so... and is not intended to be our weapon long term. This loot alien went exactly the opposite direction from me, so I wasn't able to kill it. Alright, do I accept -2 HP for the crit chance? Crit chance will be good. -3% damage is pretty bad. I think the insanity isn't worth it here. I would consider taking it if we had a little more HP, and I'm just going to take the 6 HP here just to make sure that we actually can survive. Take the muscly dude. Gold-plated teeth I'm not going to buy because while it's obviously an insanely powerful item, I think it's too powerful and makes the game less fun because it's a little unbalanced, so we're going to pass on that. I've just banned it for these runs. And then, yeah, we'll buy a pistol. Triangle of Power I will pass on. It wouldn't be terrible for this character, but I think there's just more important things for us to buy. And then here I will buy a Weird Ghost as well. We need max HP. We have 4% lifesteal actually, which isn't awful. And wave 6 I think we can avoid taking damage. I'll lock the Alloy and the Takeout, both excellent items for us as well. Hopefully we don't die here. Got lucky on that 4% lifesteal, I have to say. Gonna clear the slashers, or the eggs if we can, because pistol is a weapon that really needs to actually shoot enemies. We're just gonna lose out on a ton of damage if we have to be fighting the big slashers. As you can see, we're still struggling a little bit with wave clear just because pistol's a very weak item, or a very weak weapon. So better to avoid sinking a lot of our damage into the into the slasher aliens. Trying to pick up some materials here. Very good income for Wave 7, though. Gambling token, we're about to reduce our dodge. I think I'm just going to recycle it. I think we will eventually want to build dodge, but right now our max HP is very low. I'd rather just have the money. I'll take 15 luck here, and then here... I am about to increase my speed. We have no armor currently, so I'll just take 3 armor. Armor is a multiplier on your max HP, so it's not terribly good for us right now, but I think that can keep us alive for 1 more hit, which is pretty good, or pretty useful. Alloy, we will take. Crit chance and ranged damage is perfect. And takeout, of course, increases our speed and enemy count, which we want very much. Let's roll here. Black belt costs me 8 luck, which makes me less likely to roll into antique muskets, but is still pretty strong for this character because any level we get gives us 0.75 of an HP, which is so valuable because we struggle with it. So I'm going to pick up the black belt here. I think it's worth the 8 luck for the 25% XP gain before we go into wave 9. And then baby gecko costs me 1.5 HP for the chance to pull in materials. I think it's not worth it. It's an item we want a lot, but I just don't think we can afford to reduce our max health that much at this point. Still no muskets, but I have hope. And if we have to, we'll go a little ways into Endless just to actually use the item. Assuming that I can click the right button this time. So you can see our damage is really starting to not keep up very well, despite the significant increase to DPS that we've gotten from having 13 flat ranged damage. Reducing our lifesteal is unfortunate, but 10% attack speed is very important. And then I guess I will lose 4 harvesting for 2% lifesteal here. The blood leech is fine. Buy some max HP, that's great. Lens we are going to buy. Tentacle we will buy as well, but let's buy the takeout, and yeah, we'll buy the tentacle. I'm going to roll past the obliterator. We're looking for muskets, so I don't want to buy an item that really will emphasize something different for us. And let's lock the lens and roll. And recycling machine is also going to be good. Obliterator might, if we can't find damage increases before the elite waves, we will regret not having bought the obliterator, because we might just die if we can't DPS the elites down fast enough. Gonna be leaving a lot of materials on the ground, but that's okay. We'll just have to pull the enemies away from them, and then we can go in and pick them up. We have increased enemy move speed as well as enemy count, and don't have any piercing or ricocheting or AoE of any kind, really. So this is a struggle, this wave, for us, but we're not currently dying, and we should be able to make 500 or so materials from wave 9 and a couple levels, which will be nice. Go in here, pick up those consumables. Didn't manage to kill that tree just because of the amount of enemies in the way, but we made a decent amount of material in 2 levels. We'll take 9 HP here, and then I'm just going to take 10% attack speed. That would be very important for us as well. Recycling machine and lens, and then let's roll. Coffee is probably worth losing 2 HP for, so we'll pick that up. And blood leech I'm not going to buy. I did pick it up out of a crate, but I don't think buying it here is worth it. You know, roll past the mutation. Range damage obviously good on this character, but minus 3% speed and minus 2 HP is definitely painful. Another takeout and another razor blade. Yeah, I guess we will grab both of those. Up to 8% lifesteal now, which is not bad. And one more reroll here. And there we finally got to lock a musket. That's perfect. So that will allow us to increase our damage significantly. Pumpkin, I will probably still just buy another one. We will very aggressively buy piercing to go with this musket, so we're going to have to hope that we can find more of that. Antique musket here. Is this damage actually working? Yeah, so it says 17 damage, 80% range scaling, and base 4. Our ranged damage is 16, so 80% of that is like 13. So I guess it's just showing this damage, and then this flat damage increase per wave will be added on top of it. This number isn't reflected in the calculated stats. I guess we'll just have to see once we actually buy it and get into the game with it. I have to say, I think that the antique musket is probably a very weak weapon. Just looking at it. Attacking only every second with... We've bought some attack speed too, and it's just going to get slower over the course of the waves, is pretty bad. But maybe the damage output will make up for that, but the amount of damage it's actually going to do doesn't seem that high to me. Curious if that impression is correct or not. But that's the whole point of trying out this item. Wanted to break that tree and did manage to. Still left a lot of materials on the ground, but not as many as you might think. I'll take the leather vest here. 2 armor is fine. We need to boost our max HP before this armor is worth that much, but we can do that from level ups. And then here, I only have 1% damage, so let's pick up the 12% damage. Alright, so now we're going to combine and buy a musket, and then we'll buy pumpkin and tentacle and roll. So this should make us more likely to roll into muskets in future, now that we actually have one. And then, I guess I want takeout. Injection costs me so much max HP, I don't think we can afford to buy it. We'll lock the fin, and the power generator will help a lot as well. And then I guess I will buy the wings. Since we're buying power generator, that will increase our percentage damage significantly to have those 3 items all together. And the move speed will be very helpful when we're going into the elite wave. Okay, so the musket has lower range and lower damage, I think, than the pistols. So far, I can't say I'm that impressed. If it is being out DPS'd by pistol, it is not an impressive weapon. But I'll check the stats after the wave, of course. Taking a lot of hits here. I need to actually make some income. Make sure we kill this tree. Alright. I wish we had a bag. Chameleon we're going to recycle. And then coffee, we've already bought one, so this shouldn't cost us HP. And then, oh, I thought for a second that was level 3 ranged damage, which would have been nice. I'm going to re-roll this. I think we can do better. All right, level 4 ranged damage. Sure, we'll take that. So let's take a look. We've got, it did 1,400 damage. Yeah, the antique musket, I think, might be absolute garbage. But that's, it'll be fun to see. Let's increase our percent damage. And then roll. I'm not going to keep buying pistols because we want to replace them with muskets as quickly as we can. Improved tools, 10% attack speed. Attack speed will be important for the musket, but I think this is too expensive a way to buy 10% attack speed. Let's see if maybe just when we get up close to an elite, the musket performs a little better. I'm so fast. Hard to dodge all these enemies because we're so fast. Oops, I ran right into that elite. I thought I was going to heal off of the tree there, off of the consumable, but I didn't actually kill it on my way past. When you buy 20% speed in a round like that, my reflexes were very off because I was used to the speed that we had previously. So the fact that we are this much faster threw me off at first. But we made it through. We'll have to see if we can actually kill stuff with the musket. Need some piercing damage, or some piercing shots for the musket, I think. Razor Blade, great. We will lose 3% speed and 3% damage, but the crit chance is good, and lifesteal is very important. Explosive Turret, we're just going to recycle here, I think. Although, it is a level 4 item for the King. So the King, with a tier 4 item, gets 5 max HP. Is it worth 123 for 5 max HP? It probably is. Lumberjack Shirt will cost me some max HP, and hopefully our damage will be high enough to kill trees, so I'm just going to recycle it here. Take 15 more luck, I think that's fine, and then pickup range wouldn't be bad, head injury wouldn't be bad, but both of them cost HP, so we're going to roll past them both. Take the leather vest and roll. Baby with a beard will help a lot with actually killing stuff, probably. If I buy that and then 255 and 97, we don't have enough, right? That's, yeah, 40, 52. So, Dangerous Bunny or Baby with a Beard, which do we buy first? I think what I'm going to do is lock the Baby with a Beard, buy the Dangerous Bunny and the Compass, and then roll. And then we get a free reroll this wave as well. Okay, so I think that 158 critical was the musket. It's hard to tell which weapons are doing which damage. Currently, because we're using these bad weapons, I think the explosive turret is doing the most wave clear right now. Oh, okay, we're gonna die if I tank a million hits like that. We don't yet have the lifesteal to survive that kind of poor dodging. Let's run in here and scoop up all those materials before the wave ends so we can actually make some money. We'll take the coupon, of course. I'm just going to take max HP. We need to increase that. And then 4 armor will be quite good as well. Let's grab the Baby with a Beard. That will help with our damage, of course, and is probably going to take over for our actual weapons. So yeah, the musket did 3k, and the pistols are doing 6k. So this is a weapon that is getting absolutely dominated by the worst weapon in the game for damage, so I think the antique musket is kind of a bust. But maybe as we continue going through waves, it'll get better. The range decreases as well. And then, yeah, the cooldown is getting worse. Let's take the missile. Our percent damage is still fairly low. And then I could take Hedgehog. It'll cost me max HP, though, so let's not. All right, here's another musket. The level 3 musket loses less range and less cooldown. So I guess the trick is you have to level these muskets. So let's combine to a level 3 pistol and buy a level 3 musket. We'll see how well that does. Hedgehog, again, I think we're going to skip on. All right, can we survive this elite? Fairly dangerous elite for wave 14 because it just increases the amount of stuff on the field that we have to dodge by quite a lot because of its constant spitting out of projectiles. And of course, wave 14 has a lot of projectiles that you have to dodge anyways. Our very high movement speed is helpful for this, though. Trying to focus this down, but I managed to tank a hit there. Tanking a lot of hits here. If we kill it, we can get the full heal. There we go. I expect the Baby with a Beard has done like 90% of the damage that we've done this wave. Trying not to die, but also trying to pick up these materials and make sure that we actually kill trees and everything. So we're leaving a lot of stuff on the ground. Heavy bullets, excellent though. This is a great pickup. We want all of these things. And then I will reduce my lifesteal to take more attack speed and range. Both of those are going to be important for the musket. Let's recycle the charcoal, recycle the black belt. Ugly Tooth is probably worth losing 2 HP for. Because it's a unique, it pulls it out of the pool, so we're going to pick that up. We have a tree already, right? I would buy it anyways, but it doesn't even cost us to do so. Roll here. Okay, nice. We get another level 3 musket. That's good. Let's combine and buy that. Actually, let's check our damage. 3,000. Okay, so the level 3 musket did barely more than the level 2. Interesting. So the base damage doesn't go up, but the damage increase goes up. I think this might just be bugged. Because there's no way that this is doing 14 more damage per shot and only did 100 more damage. Because that would mean that this weapon only fired 6 times in that wave, which seems unlikely. So I think that the antique musket effect might simply not be working, is what's happening here. So let's say. Or it's not, it might not be tracking the damage that it does with the bonus effect. Trying to shoot an enemy. Yeah, so that's doing 116, 54. I can't really tell what is actually hitting the enemies. Because my pistols have longer range, so they're attacking before the musket is. Once we sell out of the pistols, we'll be able to tell a little better what's actually happening. Here, though, what's happening is that Baby with a Beard is carrying us. Cute Monkey cost me a ranged damage, or 1.5 range damage, so we're not going to take that. I think I want the max HP over all these other stats, and then we can definitely do better than a bunch of level 1 upgrades. Let's reroll, take some ranged damage. Tractor will tick 4 times before the end of the game here, so we won't get our money back from it, so let's pass on it. We'll take Alien Magic and Sunglasses, though. Roll. I guess I'll buy another coupon. Roll again. Gentle Alien, I will buy. Lumberjack Shirt. At this point, I think I will buy it just to pull a unique out of the pool. And then, do I want the little muscly dude? 133 for 5 max HP. Probably still worth it. Let's roll once again, and we will lock Wisdom, or Warrior Helmet as well. I guess if someone wants to go frame by frame through the video, you can tell if the musket effect is actually working or not. In real time, it's very hard to tell because I just can't see which weapon is doing what amount of damage. I hate when the loot aliens get buffed, because it increases their health proportional to their existing health, so it's 1,000,000 extra health, and it's frustrating not to be able to kill a loot alien. Gambling token, now I'm going to start picking this up. More dodge will be good, ritual will be good. Let's roll here. I'm going to roll one more time, and yeah, I'll take 16% damage. Or do I take 9% dodge? I think I'll take the percent damage. Let's buy these 2 items and then roll again. We'll take a lure, of course. And then one more reroll to see if we can get any more items that we care about. I'll lock these 2. This is another elite fight. At least we have 70 HP now, so we're less likely to just get flattened completely. Trying to stick near it so that we can DPS it down. Alright, alright. The muskets are maybe coming online a little better. Obviously, some of this is just because we're the ranger, so we're getting more ranged damage, but we killed that elite reasonably quickly. Nope, walked into every enemy in the world there, though. Yep, more heavy bullets for sure. Peacock, I don't think we can afford to take, so we're just going to recycle it. Glass cannon, I will. We have 12 armor, actually. We did pretty well in terms of armor. Let's pick up the Shady Potion and the Metal Plate. So now I probably do need to decide if I'm planning to go Endless to try to get enough, enough muskets to make this work. I think I will do at least a couple waves of Endless, which means that we want to buy like improved tools to pull it out of the pool and Scar to level up a little better. I probably should have bought the Peacock as well. Definitely don't want to cap my stuff there, but Bean Teacher we will buy. And then Crisper, we actually get a lot of damage from it, and then we'll take the lens as well. We've increased enemy speed a lot. From buying takeouts and stuff. I think we're gonna go to like wave 25. I just want to actually try out 6 muskets. Assuming that we can even make it that far, because I think this weapon's bad. Starting to see a significant decrease in income just because our actual clear speed is fairly low. Let's take some attack speed. We're going to need more of that, of course. Crisper we can't yet afford, but we'll buy Bean Teacher here. And Insanity I'll buy. It costs me 2 HP, but we do want to increase our crit chance. Roll here, and we'll take Hunting Trophy. This is a way that we can actually maintain our economy. And I'm rolling one more time to see if I can get another musket, which we can't. Have the perfect amount of HP. The Hunting Trophy will hopefully help fix our economy as we go into the last couple waves. The challenge here, like one of the challenges here, is that I'm not certain that the damage tracking is actually working correctly. Maybe these muskets are doing more damage than is showing, because maybe the bonus damage isn't being tracked in the damage the weapon is dealing. You see, the Hunting Trophy spiked our income significantly. Cute Monkey, we're still going to recycle, and then let's roll here. I'll take 15 attack speed, that's great, and 4 more ranged damage, I think. Man, Cute Monkeys keep wanting to show up, but let's buy Crisper and Snail. Let's take a look. Yeah, we already got 100 materials from the Hunting Trophy. Let's make sure to actually push the right button this time, but I'll reroll first. And then let's reroll one more time to see if I can lock or buy a musket. We can't, but I'll take a Shady Potion. I'll take Banner. More luck wouldn't be horrible either. It costs me some max HP because we don't have one, but I think Propeller Hat will be good. And then let's go to Endless. Assuming that we can actually survive this wave. Only have 13% lifesteal right now, so my healing is actually quite poor. trying to focus on the octopus head. Typically the one you want to focus, the more dangerous of the two. And also it stays near you, so it's both more dangerous and easier to actually focus on. Alright, so we made it through... Well, we killed the bosses. I guess I shouldn't speak too early. But we probably made it through wave 20. Which for a pistol build, and then a worse than pistol build, is a feat in and of itself. I was not 100% sure that we would win this wave. Definitely going to take this. I do lose crit chance, but it's still important. And then I've got 16% lifesteal. I think we can take Weird Ghost here. Retromation's hoodie is going to be great, assuming that we can pick up even a little bit more dodge. So we're going to grab that, of course. And then let's take some max HP. We'll take some attack speed. Jetpack gives me speed and dodge, which also gives me attack speed, so that's great. In fact, I want all of these, I think. And I'll buy the luck, and I'll take scope over banner here, because I don't want... Oh, wow, we have a wave 21 elite. Okay, so we didn't know we had a wave 21 elite, so the Weird Ghost could might just get me killed here. That's fine, if that happens. I'm going to move to the other side of the map from these elites as quickly as I can to try to lifesteal up before we fight them, since I bought the Weird Ghost. Of course, there's no way to tell that you... as far as I know, there's no way to tell that you have a Wave 21 Elite before going into Endless Mode. So the decisions you make are going to be... dangerous. Of course, I could have looked before I actually bought the Weird Ghost. But I wasn't able to look, like, last round. And usually I plan that kind of thing in advance. Just need to remember to actually look at the shop before you make your... look at the wave before you make your purchasing decisions every... on the... every 11th wave. I guess not every 11th wave, every 10th wave, but on 1, 11, 21, etc. Let's pick up the small magazine here. A very good item for us, and we will take the tree. Handcuffs, we definitely don't want to cap our max HP. We don't care about this. Incendiary turret won't do anything. Let's just recycle it. We'll take more attack speed. Actually, I'm going to roll for dodge, or, yeah, we'll just take ranged damage as well. Sif's Relic, great. That was something that was causing us problems, so we'll grab that. We'll grab Scar, we'll grab Banner, and roll. And then there's another antique musket, so we can combine and buy a musket. And then lock this, roll again, and another musket. Perfect. So this will let us start selling out of these pistols. And I will buy pumpkin again. Actually, we don't have a sharp bullet yet, so... And we already have a pumpkin, or we've got 2 pumpkins. So the 2 pumpkins will counteract sharp bullet if we get one. Oh, actually, musket does have piercing. Okay, so yeah, so the musket does have piercing, so we should buy the pumpkin right now. Because I might also decrease it even further with the sharp bullet. Yeah, so the muskets are shooting for 155 and the pistols are shooting for 300. Yeah, so the musket effect does not seem to be functioning. Because it's just shooting for the listed damage, but that listed damage is... Oh no, okay, so that's 80% of our ranged damage, which should be about 40-ish added to... yeah, and then times our percentage damage times 200%. So tripled. Or plus 200%, so tripled. So yeah, so it's adding 120 damage, and then it is not adding the bonus musket damage. So I think what we have learned is that, unfortunately, this weapon does not work as intended. we'll take some of this and some ranged damage as well. Actually, I'm going to take 4% lifesteal because I want to increase my lifesteal. I'll recycle this and buy the musket, and then I'm just going to buy all of these items and roll. Stone skin is going to be pretty good, of course, as you go on into endless mode, and then I guess I'll buy more armor as well. Yeah, the muskets are just doing the listed damage, right? 149. Yeah, they're shooting for 149. So they're not adding the additional damage, and the listed damage is not including that damage either. So we're just not getting any damage bonus out of the muskets. Well, a little disappointing, but still a fun run. We made it with a very bad weapon all the way through, which is kind of nice. Let's pick up. I will buy the shackles. Capping our speed at 67 is fine. We'll buy stone skin. I'll roll again, and like I said, we'll go to like wave 25, I think, assuming that I survive this wave, which I may or may not. Like it's two of the same, so we're just stacking them on top of each other, but they have so many slashes that we're taking a lot of damage as that happens. Then they went into their second stage at different times. We will take this, I guess. No, I want to increase my dodge, so I will recycle the little frog. Community supports a lot of additional attack speed, so that's good. Peacock, I guess I will take, because we may die there anyways, and then we'll take ranged damage. So I guess if I don't boost my ranged damage and go to the next wave, we can also see if the listed damage increases. But I'm pretty sure it's not, so let's take a look. We've got 176 right now. I'll buy this because I want some lifesteal, and I guess I'll buy this. No, I still need to increase our dodge. I'll take the Cyclops Worm though. Go to the next wave. So right now we've got 183 damage. Okay, so is that actually increasing? 183 on wave 25. I'm going to not buy anything that increases my damage before going to the next wave, and we can just test if it's actually functioning. We just won't buy anything in this next shop. Because at this point, I'm just curious about doing science. Sharp Bullet would cost me 5% damage to take, so we're going to recycle it here. We're going to recycle this. We're going to buy Lifesteal, because that won't increase my damage. We don't have Bloody Hand or anything. And then I will roll here and buy Armor, which will increase my HP, but not my damage. And then we just won't buy anything in this shop and go to wave 26. So it's 183 and still 183. Yeah, so the damage bonus is not being included in the listed damage, and it's only doing the listed damage. You can see we're hitting for 183, so we can conclude that it is not functioning. So hopefully the mod author, if they feel inclined to update it, takes a look at this weapon and fixes it, because I'd be curious to see how it works as if it was working as intended. I still think it would be a pretty weak weapon. But I would be very curious to see sort of how it would actually function. I think we will probably die in the next couple waves, kind of no matter what I do. My lifesteal is good and my move speed is good, but our wave clear is not keeping up. Of course, that's partly because I didn't buy, I didn't buy anything in the last wave. So let's buy this and roll. And yeah, well, sure, we'll buy this and roll. And lock a glass cannon and roll. Bandana, sure, and then we'll go to the next wave and probably die on this wave. Nope, alright, this one's all rib cages with 27. Which are relatively easy for this build, actually. So now that I'm here, I'll try to get to wave 30. So many lamprey aliens. Yeah, we'll take more baits, we'll take dangerous bunnies, I'll roll here and grab some lifesteal, sure. We'll buy bandana and glass cannon and roll. Ooh, dusty fedora, that would have been nice to get earlier. Roll again. Still hoping I can lock another, or pick up another musket. Just so we can actually have a 6 musket run, even if it doesn't work. Oops, walked right into that attack. And there we go. Yeah, unfortunately the damage of the bugged muskets just couldn't keep up with actually being able to clear the enemies there. So, and leveling them doesn't do anything if the damage increase doesn't increase. Yeah, I guess the range is also not working, and the attack speed cooldown is also not working. So, unfortunately, the muskets are just not actually functioning. But it was fun to try them out, anyways, and we made it to level 28 with a pistol build. Pretty unusual way to get there. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. As it happened, we did some science, and as always, my friends, if you have enjoyed it, then definitely feel free to leave a comment, like the video, and you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game content. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.